Hello. Normally when I come to Shelford School to take assembly, I'm standing in the hall, and normally I have some of our Year 6 children to help us, but these aren't normal times, are they? But I still hope that I can be with you today and tell you a story, and I hope you enjoy listening to it and thinking about it. Although it's quite a while now since you had your Easter eggs, at least I hope you had some Easter eggs, in the church year, it's still the season of Easter. And the story I want to tell you today is about something that happened just after that first Easter Sunday. And it's a story about two men who went on a walk together. They were walking and talking as they walked along a road to a town some miles distant. And their faces were sad. And they were talking about all the things that had happened in the past few days. As they were walking along, a stranger came and joined them. "I can hear you talking," he said, "and I can see you walking along. Is it okay if I come with you?" "We're talking about Jesus," the men said, and they began to tell their story. They told them about all the sad things and the confusing things that had happened in the past weeks and days. They said how they had hoped for so much. They had hoped that Jesus was going to be a mighty king and that they would no longer be ruled over by the Romans. But then Jesus had been taken and crucified, and that was their saddest day ever. But then they'd begun to hear rumours that Jesus was alive again. And an angel had said that Jesus' body wasn't in the tomb anymore, it had gone. The stranger listened. He listened really carefully to their story about all the things they'd hoped for as they were walking along. Then he told the two men what he thought. "You sound really surprised," he said, "but isn't that what the prophets had said would happen? That this special person would die and then he would be raised to life again. Doesn't that just prove that what all those people years and years ago said was going to happen was true?" Night was coming, and the three people reached Emmaus, which is where they were going. And the two men said to the stranger, "Stay with us, please stay." And they went in and sat down to share a simple meal together. And the stranger said, "Do you mind if I just say a prayer to say thank you for the bread?" "Of course," they said. And as he broke the bread, the two men knew that when they thought they'd been alone in their sad time, when they thought that all the things they'd hoped for could never happen, all that time the stranger had been there with them. And when they'd felt sad, when they'd felt alone, they hadn't really been. And then they hurried off. They weren't walking and talking anymore. They were running, they were jumping, they were full of joy. And you've probably had some strange days lately. You might have felt sad about the things you'd hoped were going to happen. Maybe you've had a birthday, or you were going on holiday, or you were just really missing being with your friends. But you know, even when we might have felt sad, we might have felt alone, Jesus has been there with us, and he promises he always will be. So let's just be like those men and have some joy in our hearts. Bye-bye. God bless you all.